When you hear Asari brag, you will think, anyway, first of all, this is not a story against any ethnic group, not against security forces, not against the people of Niger Delta. This is about truth, accountability, and human dignity. Recently, a video surfaced from a youth talking about security operations linked to Asari Dokubo. His words are emotional, serious, and concerning. And today we bring his story to you carefully, responsibly, and at a level you understand it. Let's watch this video and we'll be right back.
Asari Dokubo, youth don't tire to carry gun. Now company work we want. We don't tire for this security work to carry gun to go and die for Igboland, to go and die for northern states. We don't tire. Since from 2000, 2001, thousands of youth don't die for you. Now again, 2003, 2004, 2024, 2023, you don't come again, say you don't collect contract for government. The contract now waiting to still carry gun. Only this year, 2005, thousands of youth don't die, especially River State youth, Bayelsa youth. We don't tire for all now. It don't carry youth make money. It don't monetize thousands of youth life. Many don't die. The people will die 2003, 2004, 2005, 7. No compensation, their family nothing. Many their family no head. It don't come again. 2023 till now, he don't be billionaire. He reached to build company. Asari build company.
70 years old.
Make we work. Youth don't tire to carry gun for you.
When their people came,
the amama we now. He they carry the key youth. I want make you go entire bedroom. Think.
and they were dancing and singing.
You go allow your children to carry gun. You no go allow them. You no go even allow your children gun to go close to them. If they destroy people life. River State youth we don't tire. Many of us we don't wise. We no go fit try that thing with on again. I try build company, make we work, make you to work under on our company, on our wicked. On our wicked. On our son, they fight for Niger Delta. While
is not for
they don't show for everywhere saying for our pockets.
is not for Charlie
On I want make the Calabari youth, River State youth. When you shit finish, make we come make them come wash and yash. Now that I go say youth need company. Say no be say now go no be gone they won't carry.
The earlier we realize,
You know the pity youth.
the earlier
Millions of youth don't die. Current now thousands don't die. See not. Waiting consign us with waiting they do for not there. Nigerian military no dey again. Our youth because of hungry, no food, no work. They risk their life every day. They die for that north. They die for East Igboland. Pity for youth now. Pity for youth. If you want security work, make you go carry the gun now. Go front. Tie a besu, tie everything. Go the north. Go shoot. Leave youth alone. Youth don't tire.
You want to please others.
Now, when you kill the youth, then finish. Now you go no say yes, say don't. You go rest. You go feel create any human being. My brother,
This is why
Nemesis go cash you up. Now just a due time, Nemesis go cash you up. If you no change, Nemesis go cash you up. If you no change, the money where you don't get, beat company, make people work. Then the people that will don't die through this amama, go for their families, compensate them. If you know their blood, go follow it anywhere you go till end of time. Now the only thing we are go tell you, if you get here, listen. If you no get here, continue.
So, according to that video, the young man repeatedly says, youths don't tire to carry guns for you. He claims that thousands of young men have been sent into dangerous situations over the years, starting from early 2000s to recent times, under government contracts whatsoever. And he speaks of the lives that were lost, families neglected, and a sense of being used for others' power and profits. And let us be clear, we are presenting these as claims made by youth in that video you just saw. The emotion and urgency in his voice cannot be ignored. Note that. So, publicly, leaders project strength. Leaders, like Asari, you hear statements of dominance, security, and successes. These are common. My boys are in the southeast. My boys are in the north. We are told, that is what we are told. But the youths tell a different story, hidden from the public eye. The cost of these particular operations, exhaustion, danger, injuries, and even death. When leaders brag, it can appear as though everything is easy. But the truth is, according to these claims, it may be different. It is not as you hear it most of the time. It is as if, oh, my and Beans, go, do this in Southeast. Even the way Asari does his presentation, I have killed you, I've been killing you. But look at what the youth is saying. These young men are human beings, not tools. They are not tools. Their families often receive no support. Their sacrifices go unrecognized. The youth in that video you saw warns that those in power must act responsibly. He says those who create problems will be held accountable. The blood of those affected will be on their hands. If you look at that, it is a plea for moral responsibility, a demand that human life is valued above profit and political gains. Above, Asawana, we are there, we did this, we are doing this. Hi, we will kill you, we have the power. They don't die. They only kill the people, they don't die. Can you imagine? Now, beyond the personal cost to youth, there's another concern. Leaders using private security forces to project power over an entire ethnic group, entire region. They risk portraying a people as weak. The Southeast is not a conquered land. Igbos are not weak. Yes, the fact is our governors are hiring private militias like the Asari or external security support. But we must remember that their actions carry consequences, both for young men on the ground and for the dignity of the entire communities. This is not a story unique to one person or group. History shows that public narratives often highlight success while hiding human cost. Asari tells you of how successful his boys are. Asawana, they gather around him, shout. If you know what he is losing, I'm not praying for him to lose. We're not praying for any security groups to lose, especially if their work is security. But trying to use them to, kind of threaten us, telling us we are weak, that is not acceptable. So, Asari's presentation is always as if it is a walkover. Can you imagine what this guy is saying? And I don't believe this is the only guy saying this. And I wish them well, actually, if their mission is truly real. During past peacekeeping missions, thousands of soldiers faced dangers. You heard of peacekeeping missions in several countries. Okay, you hear of these people, oh, they participated in peacekeeping missions, they were successful, but they don't always tell you the danger faced. They only tell you of the success. That is the case with what is happening and what this guy is saying. You always hear their leaders, oh, we were successful, we marched over, we do this. If you are told the danger, how many people normally die in the success? Similarly, the youths now speak of deployments where casualties and trauma are not acknowledged publicly. And this is a call to question narratives and seek accountability. How many of them will be poured? The message is clear. Youths are speaking. They are tired. They are frustrated. They are asking for recognition, care, and protection. The so-called leaders, whatsoever you call yourself, you must take responsibility. Families must be supported. No be if they give you a chop alone. I never talk say they chop alone. I don't know. Those boys around you, some of them looking hungry. What is the welfare? Do you have a plan for their families? Leaders must take responsibility. Families must be supported. Communities must be treated with dignity. No community should have its young people used as tools for political or financial gain. This is a call for accountability, a call for justice, a call for respect. And to all those in power, hear this plea. I'm talking about those areas that are using their people for security. Asari tells us the youths are in everywhere. The other day he was saying, give us support, we'll go to Niger, we will stop these coup plotters in Niger. Can you imagine? Sooner it's alleged that he is even talking about stopping Trump. Can you imagine? So when you hear of successes, they tell you they are here, our youths are here, our boys are here doing this. I want you to note, there are dangers too. And just like this guy portrayed here, there are dangers involved. It is not an easy success. And some of the times it's not success. It's like taking these boys, they are killed, you groom another boys, take there. But when you want to talk in public spaces, oh, we are here, we are there, we are. But the most annoying one is to tell people, okay, because our governors of Southeast employed your services, it does not mean you have to insult our region. Some of the times we will start blaming our governors. They are the ones that, they sort your outfit to guard our region, and you start telling us you are killing our boys, nothing will happen. That is very wrong. Meanwhile, most of what people like Asari say, is not as it is in the field. Look at what this guy is saying. Meanwhile, all claims about deaths and numbers are clearly marked as allegations from the video. If somebody like this is already telling stories like this, it's possible there are other people who are also saying the same thing, some unrecorded. I believe say Una don't know the cocoa. It is not as it's been published or bragged about outside there. It is not bread and beans.